Introducing the boxer fighting out from the blue corner. This is a boxer who was born and bred at Shukra here in Accra. There is the boxer whose father is coming from the Upper East region of Ghana, specifically Bogatanga, with a weight of 175 pounds. This is the man with the official record of 16 fights, 3 defeats, 13 wins. And this is the man from the Chaskote Boxing Gymnasium. Let's welcome the boxer, Iddrisu Amadu. Switching over to the red corner. And this is the man who is a prison officer. This is the man who is currently the national super welterweight champion of Ghana. This is the man with the weight of 163 pounds with the official record of 7 fights, no defeat, no draw. 6 of the wins came by way of knockout. Introducing to you the boxer who is known to be called Ni Opanka, Musah Lawson. And the man in charge of this fight is Michael Nikwe.
Alright, gentlemen, I expect a clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. And whatever I say, you must do it. Touch up. God bless.
Alright, so here we go for the second bout of the evening. It's a middleweight contest scheduled for 6 rounds, and it's going to be between Sonia's Musah Lawson and Charles Porte's Iddrisu Amadu.
Round 1.
Hostilities will begin in the first round. This is not the first time we're seeing Musah Lawson in the Deluxe Professional Boxing League. He's the pride, or one of the pride, of the Ghana Prison Service, making the service proud and continuing a tradition that has started many years ago. Prisons producing some very crack boxers, not only boxers but crack sportsmen and women, I should add. And so we know the pedigree of Musah Lawson. But let's see what his opponent Iddrisu Amadu is also made of. Wild miss there from Iddrisu. And then he tries to move forward, and movement looks a bit sluggish. Looks like he's a little bit on the heavy side. I'm not too sure, but this is a middleweight contest. Musah came into the ring at a weight of 163 pounds, and Iddrisu is, from a bird's eye view, looks the heavier of the two boxers. Again, tries to walk in there with a quick jab to the body. Well, as the fight nights go on, I'm sure that would also have to acknowledge the effort. Oh, what a wild miss there from Iddrisu. And then he takes a couple of punches to the body. Don't forget, Musah Lawson is also the national champion. He's got the belt nicely around his waist, and so he comes in with a lot of rich experience. And I love his trunks today, clearly giving every indication that he's a proud prisons officer. For those who have watched the rise of many of the young boxers that have been produced by the Amateur Federation, the Ghana Prison Service usually opens its doors for Friday night amateur fights, and over the years this has been a regular feature. But it's the
to find his tactics and make sure he gets his punches calculated on his opponent. Musah Lawson is making things difficult for Iddrisu to punch, and that's why you see that Iddrisu has been swinging wild. And what he does is that when he swings wilds, then Musah Lawson also goes in with that kind of punching accuracy, being fast with his punches. So you can see that Musah Lawson is not standing there for Iddrisu to punch him. What he does is his punch, then he moves. He tries to swing a wild one, then Musah Lawson just moves away and just give him a 1-2 combination of punches, and that is winning points for Musah Lawson. So I feel that Iddrisu should quicken himself and at least try to get a different style of game plan, because if this is the kind of game plan he'll be going for the rest of the rounds, then I see Musah Lawson just driving away with a championship.
And without a doubt, it's clear that Musah Lawson is gradually picking up the points on the scorecards of the three judges. As we move along, it's just the second round. This bout is scheduled for 6 rounds. And let's also not forget, NY, just before you come in, that the nature of the job of, well, that's a nice punch there from Musah Lawson. The nature of the work of our proud security agencies puts them on their toes 24/7. And so Musah Lawson may not necessarily need to overtrain himself to get himself in shape to box. I'm sure hence the fluidity we're seeing in his movements, etc. I don't know what you think.
Yes, I agree with you, because when you look at boxing is a disciplined sport, and when you look at the security fraternity too, it also toe line in that kind of disciplined nature. So I mean, you could see this kind of movement, and everything shows that he looks more fit and agile as compared to his opponent. You see, Iddrisu is finding it difficult, and you can see Iddrisu is breathing so much heavily. This is because Musah Lawson is dictating the pace of the fight.
Well, Prince, I think that
maybe as we go through, I'll be finding out from Derek how cooperative these young men from the security services are. I mean, apart from the fact that they've got the uniform 24 hours, 7 days, they also have the desire to polish the art that they have, which is professional boxing. How open are the services? I mean,
well, I think that we must thank the service heads. I mean, the heads of the service. They help their boys. They give them some chance to go and train and all that. Apart from their normal duties, they are given extra duties, extra time to go off their DJ duties to train. And the last week we saw Azuma and also fighting. He's from the military. He also was in the ring. So I mean, we have to say kudos. We have to thank the service. And for me, I believe that there are a lot of boxers around. The service will open doors for these young boxers to also join. Representing them is important. I mean, it helps the brand. It helps the brand. Musah Lawson is showing what the Ghana Prison Service has in their booty, and it's good. I want to see the police. I want to see fire service boxers coming into the ring and also showing and raise the flag of their service side. They've really been supportive to the GBA, and the boxers have also shown a lot of discipline as boxers and service workers.
Wild miss there from Iddrisu, and another mild one, and then another one. Oh, the artistry of Musah Lawson being brought to bear in the ring, urging Musah to come forward, and he keeps throwing those wild punches. He's not hitting his target at all.
You see, Prince, what Iddrisu needs to know that he's fighting with an experienced fighter in the name of Musah Lawson. You can see Musah Lawson is really enjoying himself in the ring. He's trying to toy his opponent to do what? To come in his base so that he can punish him. And that is what I feel, as of now, Iddrisu should have known better. I think Iddrisu should have, go to the body of Musah Lawson. If you cannot really go toe-to-toe with him, then try and wet the body of Musah Lawson. But if you want to go toe-to-toe with Musah Lawson is going to toy you and is going to punish you.
Well, Prince, I agree with Kay, but I think that Musah Lawson is doing something well, and that is why you see Iddrisu always throwing the wayward punches, because Musah Lawson is
taking on Amadu. Musah Lawson is in the camouflage trunks, of course a member of the Ghana Prison Service, and fighting against Charles Quarte's Amadu. Gradually, Charles Quarte would want to find himself getting back into the bout. And again, from where Derek left off, I mean, there's no doubt about it that the security services are doing a lot. I mean, I can tell you for a fact that the Ghana Armed Forces, for example, have what they call the novice boxing. They have it at the military academy. I've also been a witness to one of the novice tournaments in the Shy Hills somewhere. And these are all part of putting the boxers or getting them to be very active, strong and sturdy, And so I'm not too surprised that this Deluxe Professional Boxing League has also unearthed more of such gallant men. And I was about to say men and women, but I've not seen the women, not just yet. But and I'm sure that by and large we'll be seeing a lot more of the sportsmen, the sports nature of the security services. But let's stick to what we have here now, and it's a little bit of a tease there from Musah Lawson. A quick word from the referee, and then the bout will continue. It's scheduled for 6. This is just the 4th round, and clearly Musah Lawson is in the driving seat. Not only is he gradually picking up the points, not only is he teaching his opponent a lesson or two in boxing, but he's also making sure that he's picking up a win for his gym, which is the Sonia Boxing Gym.
Prince, I feel we are in round 4, and I feel that if Iddrisu needs to get something out of it, then it should be a bit rough, because you can see that he has the heavier muscles, and when you are going into a boxing fight and you see that your opponent is somehow a boxer that you can stand toe to toe with, that you have that heavy arms, then it should be a bit rough. You have the physique. Try as much as possible to lie on your opponents, be a bit rough, so that your opponents will find it difficult in terms of moving here and there, making it difficult for you to land your punches. And I feel that is what Amadu's corner should be telling their boxer. But hey, Musah Lawson is just doing great in the ring, and that is what is making Amadu difficult to land punches on him.
Gradually getting to the end of the round. And from all in,
it's about just that he's not getting the work done, because the champion is making it even more difficult for him to at a point he went to the corner with a reason that Musah will come so that he gets that, but he's still not getting it. And I agree with NK that I mean, he has to be rough, and clearly he's not the rough type of a boxer, and that is also going against him. He must be rough to get to Musah. But Musah is comfortable because all his strategies and tactics are going well for him, and for that matter, I mean, he's enjoying himself. Amadu has not been able to land any powerful point, because Musah will always run when he sees the punch coming, and it's working for him.
Well, he's trying to get a few body punches in there, and Musah still looks good. He still looks comfortable. Two quick jabs to the head, and Musah is yet to respond.
Prince, I want to pick up from where my brother Derek left. You see, Musah Lawson is the kind of fighter, he's very disciplined and he's very, very focused. Unless you take him to the next level in terms of punches, that is when you see Musah Lawson doing what? Bringing it out, that energy. That is what we are looking for. And that is what my brother Derek was saying. I side with him. Amadu should be able to be rough enough, get closer to Musah Lawson, try as much as possible to give him a hefty punches that will awaken him, and that is when we see Musah Lawson. And in that case, maybe Musah Lawson might bring out that kind of energy we are looking for, and we might see Amadu go into the canvas.
Okay, so a quick uppercut there caught Amadu. Amadu tries to fight back. And there you see the tactical aggressiveness of Musah Lawson. Lands one to the head. The timing of the national champ has not been that bad this evening. He's connected quite well. And he's not thrown a lot of the punches. He's been very, economical with the punches. And then he lands a big one there. Musah fails to respond. Another one to the head. So Musah Lawson is making the bout somewhat difficult for his opponent, Iddrisu.
Prince, clearly I was telling you that when they get to the corner, then you see Amadu trying to get something done. Without that, when they are open in the middle of the ring, you could see that Musah will always move out and he will not get any punch to him. Amadu will not get any punch to Musah.
Colleague journalist Maurice Sponser joining us for the evening of fight night 10. After this bout, we move to the heavyweights, and we're going to have seconds out. Yauvi Agbonson take on Fit Squares Joseph Zotovier. So for the lovers of the heavyweights, we'll be showing you in a second some heavyweight action. Very calculated fight we've seen here in this middleweight contest. The national champion, wild miss by Iddrisu, but it is Musah Lawson with the inscription Ni Okunka written clearly in front of him, of the Ghana Prison Service. And the inscription in Ghana Prison Service boldly written behind. But clearly, again, with the kind of rich experience that the service has brought to bear, building up a lot of the young ones from the amateur ranks, it's not too surprising that they still have dominance in boxing. The wild miss there from Iddrisu. So Iddrisu now tries to fight back.
Well, Prince, I think Musah should be careful because now he's changing. He's going to in fight with Iddrisu, and Iddrisu can punish him. He should be careful. I mean, he shouldn't allow. You are in the final round. Don't take any risks. Don't take any risks. He must adopt the same strategy. Although it's now 10. He's doing well, but I think he must not. Boxing, one blow can. One big punch can change the face of the game. He must be careful, do the basic punches and then the clenches, and you have about 10 seconds to go, and he wins the fight.
Well, I'm sure he's done pretty much enough. Talking about the national champion, you hit on the title and then you go forward. Let's cross over to ringside now.
Two boxes. Shall we put our hands together for the boxes? Thank you very much. Now we have the verdicts, and the verdict that we have here, Judge 1 scored about 60 to 54. Judge 2 scored about 60 to 54. And Judge 3 scored about 60 to 54 by a unanimous point decision. Presenting to you the winner, the boxer, as your order, Musah Lawson. Thank you very much for coming. Now, Musah Lawson, just briefly, once again, today you have 8 fights, no defeats, and 6 knockouts. How do you feel today?
I feel excited, very excited.
But it looks like your opponent was a very tough customer.
Yeah, he has a very good point, so I'm trying my best to avoid his punches.
But it was a done deal for you today.
Not really.
Not really. Do you have any message for your fans?
Oh, all I want to say is they should keep praying and watch out for me because I'm bringing the world title soon, inshallah.
Okay, as a prison officer, what message do you have for us?
What I want to say is for the officers, they should keep supporting me like they are doing, like I said the last time, because we have talented boxers in the service. So all the help that they think they can help us with, they should keep on doing it.
Any more message?
Yeah, I want to give a lot of thanks to most people who have been helpful to me through my young age up to now. And the most important person I want to call out is Master Acid. He's called Master Acid. He has been helping a whole lot of boxers, and I'm lucky to be one of them. And Mr. Eric, Alaji Inusa, and a whole lot of people, and all the coaches in Ghana. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. She mentioned Alaji Inusa Saleh.